going on, y'all? Leader Johnson here.
Yep, we got Leader, we got Alex, and we got your boy. Welcome to Broad Street Blitz Take. We're going to be talking about the 53-man roster and early preview of Green Bay.
It's
Welcome.
on. Oh, it's on.
Yep.
We got Jahan Dotson. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna talk. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, sir. I mean, look at this.
Crazy.
Look at this thumbnail right here. I mean, look at my boys. Look at my boys, man. Let's go. What's up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take with your boy Cool Cat Connor with my guy Leader. What up, Leader?
What's going on, y'all, man? I'm excited about this season. Listen, Jahan Dotson. It's crazy right now. I'm a Penn State diehard fan, so I've been following their recruiting real hard since 2016. It's being in their field with writing articles about so Penn State, like Dotson was unbelievable at Nazareth. Like his route running and the way he catches the ball is unbelievable, right? Like he was just such a dynamic person at Penn State.
Yeah, we back. And we got my guy Alex in the building. What up, Alex?
What's good? I'm really excited to dive deeply into this roster and can't wait to start.
Yeah. Wait, where's Leader go? Where'd Leader go?
I'm not sure. I think the internet went out.
All right. Only on this show, guys. Only on this show. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, y'all. Hey, guys. Only on this show where Wi-Fi messes y'all up. Messes us up. God dang it. God. Well, please, for as long as you can stay on, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel and all of our channels. Me, Moan, One Trey Rock, Smitty, Noshi Gang, King DV in the aftermath, Alex, Leader, the whole crew, man. I hate Wi-Fi so much. It irks me to death. All I want to do is promote the show. Anyway, hey, Leader.
Back.
Yeah, we
Peace,
back.
man. Yeah. Where
Wi-Fi,
y'all
man.
at, man?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Just do y'all thing, whatever y'all was doing, and just bring me in how y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're about to start now. We're about to start now because
Okay.
we're starting with the 53-man roster. So we'll start
Okay.
with you, Leader. How we feeling about the roster? So now that you saw it, now that you looked at it, we'll break it down. What's your thoughts on it?
I want to go through. We'll go through each position. How we think what guys will make it, and we'll start with the quarterback.
Yeah,
And I'll go
how
with
you
you.
feel about the quarterback room?
I like it. I think we're more solid and young than we've ever been. Tanner McKee is it looks good for a person that can even move up and evolve. Kenny Pickett, listen, loving experience, and he's young once again, and he's young behind another young quarterback. So I like that. I like that. I think you don't go nowhere else but there, and you grow off there. What do y'all feel
Yeah.
about that quarterback?
Yeah, I like the fact, of course, Jalen freaking Hurts. I mean, we acknowledge him as a franchise quarterback over here. Tanner McKee coming up in here, I'm okay with it. Kenny Pickett, it is what it is. What's your thoughts, Alex?
I really like how Turner McGee is on it. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a phenomenal year starting in Brazil, and uh, I'm curious to see how Kenny Pickett does in on this roster if he, if any chance he gets any snaps. But overall, I'm excited to see what these three can do.
Right. Give me a thumbs up. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just making sure because L Yoga said he couldn't hear me. So hopefully y'all can hear me, and hopefully y'all can hear this. Acknowledge me. There you go. Running back room is Saquon Barkley, it's Kenneth Gainwell, and it's Will Shipley. What's your thoughts, Alex? We'll start with you.
Uh, Saquon is an electric running back number one, and I really like his skill of speed, and he's definitely going to be uh, an unbelievable force to this offense, and looking forward to everything he has.
Yep. Leader?
Man, once again, another part of this team that's been upgraded. Saquon Barkley, this is all he's needed. Is an offensive line. It's all he's needed. And you got an offensive minded coordinator, offensive minded coach. I mean, he's never been a winning coach like this since Penn State, so it's going to be great. Gainwell's playing good. Gainwell had a great game, but Gainwell's always been like that since Memphis. He can catch the ball. Now, I don't know what happened. That's how you got to feel about the offensive coordinator because he took it away from everybody. Everybody, what they did good, all of a sudden, what happened to 2022 Gainwell? What happened to 2022? Like he just all of a sudden wasn't there. That was a coordinator issue. That was a coordinator issue, and so now Gainwell's having this great camp now. Will Shipley, another guy that can catch. I like this. I like this unit. I like the fact they can learn from Barkley. I like the fact that see somebody who's better, and every day in camp he's challenging you to be the better of yourself. So yeah, I definitely like it.
Yep. Saquon Barkley, I love. Will Shipley, I love. And I'm with you, leader. Where the heck is 2022 Gainwell? Where the heck is 2022 Gainwell? Hopefully he gets a chance.
A lot of people wasn't 2022 when when that was going down. A lot of people wasn't even playing like 2022 last year. So
Hmm.
yeah, hopefully. Well, I think for sure this team is going to be back on the.
Yeah. Next one is, I'm sorry. Next one, wide receivers. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Johnny Wilson, and Brandon Covey. What's your thoughts on the wide receiver room, leader?
Um, AJ Brown, of course. Devontae Smith, of course. These guys are self-explanatory, and then they're paid also. You know, um, John, yes, listen, y'all gonna see 4-4-3 he ran 4-4-3. I mean, when he had them 91 catches in Penn State, this there's not a third. This is the scary part. There's not a person that's being put on the third receiver that can hold him like a guy of that speed and route running and explosiveness. Like that's a little unfair to have Jahan Dotson. You're gonna see in the season what he does to people. Like the safety or the third or the nickel corner will have him. Nobody's fast enough to cover Johnson. This is gonna be crazy. Um, Covey always been a fan. Once he earned his spot, a returner. We have a consistent returner here. He led the league in punt return yardage. I mean, he's going to have a better season, I feel, especially with the new rules. Um, Johnny Wilson, this is interesting. Who has a fourth receiver like that? 6'7", can run a 4.5, can run good routes. I mean, 6'7". This is going to be the unfair advantage they're going to have near the red zone. I think he'll come out and you can. Nobody has a playbook on Johnny Wilson yet. It's his first year, so it's going to be times in the red zone they'll be able to throw to Johnny Wilson and bow. There you go. So I like this is really if you look top to bottom, everybody has the ability to impact some type of way on this receiving core. So I mean, yeah, I like him for sure. I mean, Paris Campbell and those guys. It's interesting to see that it went to that point where they didn't feel like they progressed like that. It's crazy, right? But I think Ross could get a practice squad. I think he could, but maybe Campbell. Who knows? I mean, these guys are not making big money, and guys are not going after them. Or maybe the Eagles decide to just say that's it. They put Anaya Smith on the injured reserve. They put him on that. So they're invested in their receivers.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm curious to
apparently,
see.
when your laptop mess up, you gotta do things the hard way. But go ahead, Alex. What's your thoughts?
I'm really anxious to see how Jahan Dotson fits into this offense and firepower of an offense. Uh, I always been a fan of Brennan Covey. I think that he's going to have another phenomenal year with the Eagles, and uh, John and Johnny Wilson is going to be a really great addition to the offense. And these this squad right here, this wide receiver squad right here is absolutely electric, and I don't see any other team compare compared to this wide receiver room with the amount of talent and it's really excellent how Harry Roseman has put this group into perspective, and the reality is that they have the chance to absolutely make a special run this year.
Yeah, I agree. What up, Rock the Artist? What up, Steve? John? Steve says I didn't get the link. I guess if you want to join us, we'll allow you to join us. Hold on a minute. Let me, cause Wi-Fi crazy today. So, uh, hold on. Let me get the tight end room. tight end room is of course we got Dallas Goddard and Grant Calcaterra. So, leader, what's your thoughts on only two tight ends in the room?
I knew with this roster and how it was stacking up, I knew it was gonna be some like it's gonna be certain positions where it's gonna have to be some people not just gonna make it, or they don't feel like they need to be deep at their position. And tight end was it. I mean, Albert O wasn't doing anything to make him make that decision to snatch him. Jenkins looked okay. I mean, he was good, but it was just like we can risk not having the third one. Grant Calcaterra been there a couple of years. He's getting better, good hands. He's blocking better. He's one of Jalen Hurts' targets at Oklahoma. And so those two positions, Dallas Goddard, or just, you got to have a backup for sure. But it's going to be some special teams, and it's going to be some certain people, I'm going to name them, that made it because they knocked a third tight end out or certain positions out. I mean, it's just what it is. It's just how it goes. So I'm not really messed up about that one, especially when you got John Dotson next to with the Dallas Goddard. Now you got four targets. Like that's nobody's gonna be able to man this team. That is out. That is done. That's done. That's not zone is going to be living on defense. Zone's going to live in Philadelphia.
Right, Alex.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Glenn Calcaterra and Dallas Goddard. They both have the ability to have great leadership with everything, and I'm just excited to see everything that Jalen Hurts does, and they can make a lot of this offensive happen, and it's going to be a ball to watch.
Right. Hey, Steve.
Howdy.
Yep. So, okay. So, what's your thoughts on the tight end room, the wide receiver room, the running back, and the quarterback room that we talked about?
Okay, so I do think that this should be a tight group, and like what they did last season, they didn't do good last season. I am predicting that with this group, what they have right now, they should be able to do good this season. And if they were able to do good this season, then I'm predicting about 13 wins from them this season. But it all depends how well they chemistrize off of all this, and hopefully it would not be another collapse like it was last year. And yes, I know that all the fans are saying that are the Eagles going to be good this season? To be honest, yes, they will be good this season, but how good will they be exactly?
Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Leader, do you have anything for the tight end room? What you said?
Yeah, I want to say that Dallas Goddard, having two tight ends is a lot of positions that are going to be sacrificed because of that. I was talking about that in the beginning, and I see two tight ends. It's cool. It's cool. We need more players on other positions.
Right. All right. Since everyone said their piece, let's go ahead and we'll start with Steve with the offensive line. What's your thoughts on the offensive line room, Steve?
I think the offensive line will be much better this season. Absolutely, they will. With this tight end group for the offensive line, I think that they will dominate this season. Absolutely, they will.
Yeah. Leader?
Jeff Stoutland, man, that's the guy, man. That's the guy. Listen. He's a different monster, and he brings the best out of whatever talent. If we remember Vitae during the Super Bowl when Jason Peters couldn't play. This line is deep. It's not, listen, Tyler Steen, he compared them to Brandon Brooks. You know what Mailata and Johnson is. Cam Jurgens, listen, he was a Pro Bowl alternate at guard. He's your center now. Trevor Keegan had a great camp. He won the championship at Michigan, man. Darian Kennard been having a good camp. I remember when he got recruited by Penn State out of high school, big guy, and he played at Kentucky. He was blocking for real Levi, and he made it. He made his mark, man. That's all they've been doing is talking about him. That's all they've been doing is talking about him. Fred Johnson. I mean, he's been doing this since last year. This is a Becton at guard to be 6'8", 330. It's unheard of for a guard to be that big. Stoutland brought that out of him. This is a good lineup. This is almost two starting lineups.
Yep.
It's almost deep.
Right. Alex?
Yeah, this offensive line roster is solid from my perspective. I'm really interested to see how Darian Kennard does, as well as Trevor Keegan and Fred Johnson. Those three are on my radar of just to see how they do because I'm not familiar with their play abilities yet, but as I start watching and getting to better myself with them and their names, I think they'll be a great addition towards the offensive line. I think Eddie Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Mekhi Becton, with Jordan Mailata and Tyler Steen are going to be really
Wow. This is a
really
great line.
yeah. This offensive line is going to help Jalen for each game, and I'm really anxious to see how much damage they do against
Right.
opponents.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get to the defense side. Let's get to the defensive. Let's get to the defensive line. We got Thomas Booker, Jalen Carter, Moro Ojamo, Martin, and Milton Williams.
Here we go.
What's
So I was talking about Cool Cat. This is
huh?
this lineup. This what I was talking about Cool Cat. Why the reason why we got two tight ends, right? There's a
Right.
reason other people make the team. Thomas Booker was one of those guys. Thomas Booker, great camp. They ended up adding him there because Tia Pelotu, Williams, Ojomo, it was in there. They was already there. Davis and Carter. But Booker was one of those guys that allowed them to keep 6 D linemen. He played real good. He's explosive, can stop the run, can rush the passer. He's a guy I'm waiting to see this year with the defensive line.
Mm-hmm. Alex?
Yeah, Jordan Davis is going to have a breakout year as what I think he's going to be doing, as well as Jalen Carter and Moro Ojamo and the rest of the offensive line roster.
Definitely a chance he'll be like Carter. There's definitely a chance. People
Yeah,
talk about Carter's generational. I know, but Jordan Davis worked hard like Saquon Barkley did coming out of high school and got faster and got stronger. This dude killed the combine. You don't
mhm.
get a guy with that type of speed, with that type of size. You just don't. And this guy can definitely have 10 plus sacks on the year. It's going to be fun to watch this defense. Like I was telling you, Cool Cat, before, they don't know yet how good the defense is going to be. They're young. But the ceiling, when you hear about when they first get drafted, it's not through camp. When they came to get drafted as prospects, and you heard about Jordan Davis going to the combine, you're like, wow, but he was with the historic Georgia Bulldog defense. And then they got most of those guys. They got the leader in the Kobe Dean. They got the Nolan Smith was a #1 ranked prospect, man. Out of the #1 guy. And you talk about Keely Ringo was #4 in the country in his class. Like, this is it's crazy The defense. The defense is going to be the surprise because everybody doesn't expect it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the edge rushers?
Edge rushers. Who made it out the edge rushers?
Uh, it is Josh Sweat, Bryce Huff, Brandon Graham, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Patrick Johnson, and that's it.
That's another position. Patrick Johnson. We're going to see
Yeah,
certain
because I was
positions.
going to go to the next position. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, Brandon Graham, Bryce Huff, if y'all can hear me, Jalix Hunt, Patrick Johnson, Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat.
Talk about
Go ahead, leader.
Zach, but that's the edge rushers, right? Yeah, that's that. See, that's Patrick Johnson's another guy. Who decided to keep that many edge rushers because he's a good special teams player, and he can rush the passer. And so you two tight ends, you know why? Because they decided those positions had to be a little deeper because you knew who was going to make it besides Patrick Johnson and Thomas Booker. The other guys were like everybody knew they was going to make it. Everybody expected them to make it. Now, just when you look at your roster and say, well, we need special teams. And there we go right there. That's another position. Patrick Johnson is one of those guys that makes the team, and which reason why it's a good deal to have two tight ends.
Yep. What's your thoughts, Alex?
Uh, I'm really anxious and happy to see Bryce Huff on this roster. I think he's got some great potential of things that he has been working on throughout camp and the preseason games, and as well as Josh Sweat. Uh, he's been phenomenal the past weeks, and I know that each day every one of them will get better, and I know for a fact that they will be a huge part of this run to a potential Super Bowl appearance, and it's just a matter of how well they do each and every game, and in these guys have the ability to surprise people in the NFC East.
Right. I agree with that. Yep.
That
You
whole
look,
my bad. Go ahead, cool head.
no, go ahead, leader. Go ahead, leader.
I was just saying, Jalix Hunt. He's somebody to look at. He's been impressive. Fangio loved him from the draft. From the gate, he was one of his favorite guys. And like Alex was saying, Josh Sweat, people forget about him. Like, I think that's the most forgot about star Philly has. This dude can get 10 sacks too. Like, we got Huff, Smith. I'm telling you now, I'm staying on Smith. He'll get 10 sacks this year. Huff, Smith. Then you got Carter. Then you got Davis. These are guys that can get you 10 sacks. Not saying they'll all get it, but it'll be close. You're looking at a close 40 to 50 sacks. I'm gonna say for sure on the gate, 50 sacks they'll get this year. You're looking at N'Kobe Dean can rush. He'll mess around and get like 3 to 4 sacks. Devin White is a good rusher at middle linebacker. He'll mess around and get 3 to 4 sacks. And then you're talking about what they're going to do. Brandon Graham's looking good in camp. Good in camp. So I just feel like they're back to that monster. That monster, and their pass rushers are good. Jalen Turner is good. Like you said, Bryce Huff has been. Everybody was talking mess. He let people know, shut him up real quick. He started looking good again. So yeah, it's a good unit. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. The edge rushers, like what they was going to get, who was going to be good, if Hunt was going to be good right now, about Huff, but they added Patrick Johnson for the special teams, and you look at that group looks good. Nolan Smith, I keep saying it, Nolan Smith is going to have that year, man. He's going to have that year.
Right. I agree. So let's go to the next one, which is linebacker. We got Zach Bond, N'Kobe Dean, Jeremiah Trotter, Ben, and Devin White. So we'll start with you, Alex. What's your thoughts on the linebacker room?
The names that stick out to me most is Kobe Dean, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and Devin White. I think those three are the nucleus of this linebacker room. And I know Zach Bond and Ben Van Summerlin are a great additions too, but the three I said beforehand have the ability to be be just just be excellent on the edge uh, at the linebacker position and have the ability and authority of breaking tackles. I mean, breaking plays and having great performances.
Yep. Leader?
One thing I'm gonna say about it, one thing I want Jeremiah Trotter Jr. will get his run, but
Mm-hmm.
he won't get the run that needs to showcase who he really is. There'll be a guy that gets some because they're gonna talk about rotation. You heard about Fangio. Fangio talked about doing rotation.
Right.
This is new. This is real new now, so this could be real good. So that'll allow Jeremiah Trotter Jr. But for you not to be disappointed, he's not going to get the type of snaps that would allow him to do and make for people to really recognize him to be a starter. The guys for the future are going to be Nakobe Dean and Devin White. Those are guys they want to launch and be those guys. Now the crazy part is they can choose not to pull a Hassan Reddick and say, okay, no matter what Devin White does, and then put Jeremiah Trotter Jr. But they want to take a step back like that. And Howie Roseman went after Devin White. And they were looking for really it was a fight. They were looking for to see if Nakobe Dean was going to show up. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. definitely was on his heels. It was no question. But then, which I knew, he has Brian Dawkins type leadership, energy. He was the leader of that defense, and I knew he was going to show back up. Zach Bond, he showed up in camp, but for me, I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. has showed up better than him the last couple of weeks, like in games. And they didn't really gave Bond no time, but they like Bond. Bond was good in college. They like Bond. You got to say, from having questions about this group, and Ben San Marino, I got to give him Van San Marino, played at Michigan State, I'm a Big Ten watcher, great athlete, a hell of an addition to the special team. Another number positions, I told you, certain people gonna make this team, and you see why that certain people that didn't make this team or they didn't extend certain positions. But this is more loaded because remember we had questions about the linebacker spot. Everybody was gone. Morrow was gone. Cunningham, just like that. It gets underrated. This is my underrated position. This is it because Bond he's really a good football player. They guy that can tackle. He could be rough. He's gonna make plays, right? We don't know if he's gonna be a Pro Bowler, but he's definitely a tough tackler, a tough player. One of those guys you need that can make plays on the football field. Athletic. Nakobe Dean. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler. If he stay healthy, that's it. He's gotta stay healthy. Dean is that guy. Devin White. Oh my God. He was number 5. Drafted. What they gonna see from him, especially on contract here, what they gonna see from this guy this year is crazy. And like I said, the rest of them, Sam Marine and Trotter Jr. Trotter Jr. is gonna earn his keep with this team, with special teams, but he's also opened people's eyes to him being listen, Devin White and Nakobe Dean better do good. Trotter Jr. is on the heels. I'm like, he can play. He can just play. He's natural bloodline. And he was at Clemson. All right, like that was the steal. That was the real steal. It wasn't Cooper. I think that was people being retarded. I mean, I don't know, scouts, man. That dude Cooper. My God, we got lucky. The defensive drafting, the defensive signings. This Zach Bond, we're not talking about the Cooper. The Isaiah Rodgers coming reinstated for the defense. Like we got lucky and really, we really got some good players. These boys are good. These
Yeah.
boys are good. And now the Eagles somehow how we pulled the John Wick move. I don't know what he did, man. And somehow you get these players. You got Davis when he showed out in camp. I didn't think they was going to draft him. You got Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley. Coming from watching college football, did you ever think two talents like Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley would be on the same team? Are we serious right now? These were generational talents. They're on the same team. They're on the same team. Jalen Hurts was and did this go in the back? Jalen Hurts was a Heisman Trophy candidate. He could have won that year. That's how good he was. That he was good. He was good. He went to Oklahoma, and when Lincoln Riley's offense and went bananas, you couldn't stop him nowhere. He had like 1,100 yards rushing, 4,000 yards. Just to stop him, stopping. This team is. I'm impressed how it just got together after this
Yep.
crazy. Go ahead.
So let's go ahead and you're good, leader. Let's get to the defensive backs. We got Reed Blankenship. We got James Bradbury. We got Cooper DeJohn. We got CJ.
What? Eli, what?
We got Quinyon Mitchell. We got yeah, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I said Reed Blankenship, James Bradbury, Cooper DeJohn, Garner Johnson, Vontae Maddox, Tristan Quinyon Mitchell, Eli Rick, Kelly Ringo, Isaiah Rogers, and Slay. So we'll start with Alex first.
Jesus.
Actually, let's start with leader. Because I can tell. Go ahead.
Oh, again, what we got? 11 defensive backs. We got 2, right? We got. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised of the talent, but Eli Ricks. They went in and they put Tristan McCullum made it, huh? That's crazy right now. It's a good position to talk about. Bradbury. Remember, I know Alex. I know, man. I know, but you got to understand, this guy is a vet.
Hold on, leader. Cool cat. Did Smitty breaks his phone? Says you have to wait until inside the nest with them. You have to wait till the check down. You gotta wait till BOBS, and you dang sure gotta wait till the aftermath. We'll find out if Smitty got a phone, but he is not happy. So, but go ahead, leader.
There's another Bradbury kid. Listen, y'all gotta understand. Let me tell everybody, Bradbury is a veteran. It's a young team. It ain't even. And then you paid him all that money last year. One thing he wants to do, Bradbury is gone next year, but one thing he's going to do is get his money. He paid this man money. This year on the second year of his contract. Y'all didn't think of it like this. You're not going to be easily able to get Bradbury off that team unless he traded him. Trades came up, but Howie Roseman's not going to be outmatched in a trade. So obviously they didn't get what he wanted. So the good part about that, you got a guy who has mileage in this league and is a vet. He's a good guy in the locker room. That's what the added plus is, and he's with this organization. He's been to that Super Bowl. You all know the deal, but he was also a second team All-Pro that year. So you put this guy in the locker room. Blankenship, CJ back. I'm excited about that. Really excited about that, man. I mean, 6 interceptions, and Reed Blankenship broke out that year. He even played good in the Super Bowl. Vontae Maddox, another veteran, y'all. Right there to teach Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Be the next to Eli Ricks, who was a rookie last year. But we know it's guys on this team who played better than him. Ringo to Rogers, to Quinyon Mitchell, who have been better than Maddox. But you need a vet. You need that vet, man. And he's going to play hard. And he can play between safety and cornerback. Darius Slay, of course. That's the guy, one of the most underrated cornerbacks in Eagles history. No question. I'm surprised by McCullum. I mean, I know he showed good. I just didn't think they would give him the green light, and let him make the team when others didn't, like Jenkins. And then now we go back to that tight end, right? But they're thinking about special teams. He's athletic, he can hit. So these are special teams roles, man. Like then you bring Booker because you have another defensive tackle that can rush the pass and be aggressive. They liked him in camp. It's a lot of guys. I mean, this is a good unit. Ricks can play nickel. Ricks was another guy who was a big time recruit in high school. He was the number 2 cornerback in high school in the country. Number 1 was Ringo. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, they have talent. Philadelphia has talent on this team. Now you don't talk about the secondary because now you got guys like Ringo and Rogers and Quinyon Mitchell who showed you something. To me, Cooper like you could put Cooper in right now. Tackle. He can line you up. He fires off. He's aggressive. He can get behind the line of scrimmage real fast. He's tall. His speed. Look at his speed, right? When he in a preseason game, he's chasing you down. You're not going to outrun Cooper. So this is a good. Once again, Howie Roseman, the hat. We got problems. I mean, all these problems solved. I mean, we got to see the defense play, but the ceiling of this defense. Listen, okay. We got three. We got 3 6'2" corners, 6-foot corners that can vertical 40 and can run a 4.3 and 4.4. They're elite prospects. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And Rodgers turned out to work. Rodgers, look at that. That could have not worked, right? But Rodgers turned out to be the same player he was before he was on suspension. Hey,
exactly.
Super Bowl or nothing. I'm gonna say that through this crowd. Super Bowl or nothing. I don't think nobody can mess with me. I'm sorry.
Hey, I believe you. Go ahead, Alex. You up? Alex?
Sorry, my bad. My someone was trying to FaceTime me.
Oh.
So for the defensive back room, I really like how Reed Blankenship stay put. I really hope James Bradbury proves people wrong with his ability to just the all around ability of his athleticism, and I know he wasn't that sharp during the preseason games, but once the real one hits, which is next Friday in Brazil, then I think he'll be more than ready and capable of doing what his job is.
Right.
Yeah, and to add a little more, I I'm really anxious and excited to see how Isaiah Rogers does, and as well as Quinyon Mitchell. Those two are some elite athletes, and I'm really happy that are they can be a part of this squad.
Yep. And let's go ahead and get to special teams. Of course, we got Jake the Snake Elliott, we got Rich, and we got Brandon.
What's up, man? Everybody that's tuned in, man. What's up to y'all, man? Yeah, I mean, Jake the Snake. That's what I call him, Jake the Snake Elliott, man. Rick Lovato. I mean, it's nothing like I said about a placeholder. He's on the team multiple years. He's been in the Pro Bowl. We got to do something. Lovato's been there. Man's the punter they been looking for. He's the last year they had a little problem with that, but Man's the guy now. They found him.
Yep. And Alex?
Yeah, Jake Elliott is phenomenal, and just the way he kicks the ball, like 55 yards out or anything like that, he definitely nails it, and he's definitely going to be a big asset to this team down the road during the late game decisions of making decisions of uh, winning the ball games, and it's definitely going to be amazing to see how well he does.
Yep. So, to recap everything, Alex, we'll start with you. As you saw all the pieces from the roster, what you like and what you didn't like about the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles roster.
Uh, I mean, going into this episode, I told myself that I didn't like the James Bradbury edition, but I I know now that he definitely is has the ability to be someone that will jump on my radar of the ones that can actually do well, and uh, I, I'm really happy that the Eagles organization is giving him another chance to have that role of being able to have the depend on his playmaking ability, and just the way this roster overall is handling itself is just unbelievably great, and I feel like this team has 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 high expectations of everything that they have been going through the past few weeks, and it just gets started next week in Brazil, and I'm really anxious to see what this team can do.
Right. We'll talk about Brazil in a few minutes, get our early thoughts. Go ahead, leader. Your thoughts on the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles, what you like, what you didn't like, your initial reaction on the roster.
Okay, one thing I'm gonna start first about Bradbury. He could still get traded. I'm just saying why there were good reason to keep him, but he's a guy that can still get traded. I mean, they honor him. They don't want to just release him. That's another thing, a respect thing. But he's also a vet in the locker room. He's good, but he can still get traded. It can happen. It can happen because you still got people on injured reserve, and you gotta see how they're trying to figure things out. Now, what I don't like about him is that man, them being young is the only like the defense. It's the only thing that gets you. Like them being young, like that's the only part that's going to be they ain't been battle tested all together on the field. These guys, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, finally starting. He wasn't even starting last year. Jordan Davis, everybody's new. Devin White, Dean's back healthy. CJ's back. Slay and CJ. But it's just the inexperience. That's all it is. But as far as what you like about it, what do you not like about it? It's the most talented roster since Hurts has been here in 2022. It's pretty damn talented. Um, the defense, only thing between this defense and the 2022 defense is experience. The last defense that in 2022 had guys Hargrave, Graham, uh, Kazarian White. All these guys had experience, but there was a lot of new young faces on that defense too for their first year. Kazarian White, Marcus Epps. Guys had their career years. Everybody had career years. Now you got guys the same similar defense as 2022. These guys are coming together on 1 year deals. Guys coming to a new team. Like this defense, I keep on saying on the ceiling wise, this defense is top five. Ceiling wise, guys you got. Just look at the guys you got. Look what they're capable of doing. The young guys, what they're capable of being projected. The cornerbacks, how deep they are now. The only one you also safeties are not deep. Like most of the time, the safeties are going to be guys like Maddox or Cooper or Bradbury that are coming in. But I mean, McCullum's a safety, but the safeties are not as strong as they've been. That's the only that's one of the damn safeties are not really strong. Sidney Brown hasn't showed himself yet, but you still got CJ and Reed. We're talking about the starters. It's talking about the depth. Starters are like that. They like that. They've been to the Super Bowl, so they liked it. So I love this team. I mean, I keep on saying Jahan Dodson. This don't even make no sense. Don't even make no sense. And I remember we talked about Michael Parsons. Cool. Okay. As soon as we talk about that subject, as soon as we talk about it came out all of a sudden when Dotson signed with the Eagles. You saw it trending. They talking about Parsons be the next person. Parsons seeing his friend go to his teammate go to the Eagles with a meme. You know what I'm saying? Like just watch out. I'm not predicting it couldn't happen, but if he don't get no contract before if he becomes a free agent, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
I agree.
He's coming to really gonna be open arm. You think one thing we know about Howie, we might not see him, but we know Howie is doing something behind the scenes.
Yes, he
He is
is.
big behind the scenes, man. You know, I ain't gonna put that and say that, but just know that Howie is favoring that move, any big move, as much as anything. So he's preparing for it. You know, so if he's able to do it, it can happen. He could have got the crazy part. He could have got Derrick Henry. The Cowboys could have got. Y'all should be smacking yourself. You didn't get Derrick Henry. He didn't even sign for much.
Hmm.
I like that. Jerry Jones is listen. Who said? Who said they got to go? But Cameron said they got to go back to the cocaine Cowboys. They got, what is going on with? I don't get them. I don't get them. I don't get them. I don't get. I think Washington Commanders are better this year and more equipped to win than the Cowboys. I'll just give them the go ahead because they are the Cowboys. And they won last year. But I don't know. That's unbelievable. But this team, this Eagles team, y'all gonna have fun seeing them score. That's the first thing. That's the most guaranteed thing out this whole team. Y'all gonna have fun seeing them score. And they got an offensive line. That's scary. How good this offensive line. This isn't just like a top 11, top 10. This is a top 3 line. I think they're the best, but they do want to see that they're proving Becton, but Becton's not a rookie. He's a vet. He's been successful as a tackle. You just want to see him as this is a veteran. The only thing you want to see is Cam Jurgens, right? But Cam Jurgens was a Pro Bowl alternate last year. What do you need proven to you that this line under Jeff Stoutland University?
Mm-hmm.
Period at the end of the sentence. Period at the end of the sentence. Jeff Stoutland has got a hold of these guys. If he can win a Super Bowl with Vitae, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, you know what I'm saying? Who was the other guard? Isaac Siamola. Isaac
Yeah.
was the guard. This was a guy that could play all 5. Like if he can win the Super Bowl with that, and we said Vitae and Peters wasn't even listen. Peters was so good. People don't understand how good Jason Peters was. Most dominant offensive lineman I ever saw. And this guy was out, and Vitae he coached Vitae to be elite. He killed Minnesota. That was he just couldn't make it. Vitae played the whole playoff. And you got a line like this, Landon Dickerson, just got the big contract.
Yep.
At his peak, he's been in the Pro Bowl since he's been here. Jordan Mailata, he turned Jordan Mailata into a Pro Bowler, into arguably the best right tackle in football. But he was in rugby. Lane Johnson played with his private parts almost ain't there. I mean, that might have been just Lane. He's the best left tackle in football to me. I mean, left tackle in football. After them playoffs in 2022, they talking about Patrick Mahomes. What about what Lane Johnson did? Like this line is different, man. Then you're looking at the backups. If you do your homework on this backup, these guys are good. I mean, what?
Yep.
Good team, real good team. I expect Super Bowl. I don't know who's gonna play them. If it be, I think it's Kansas City to me. I'm not going to expect it, but this team is that team. This is not the 2020. This is not
So I'm
last
gonna
year's
ask
team.
you this, leader, before we go to the Green Bay Packers, real quick. What prediction do you have for the Eagles? Let's talk about it right now. What prediction? What's the record?
For the Packers? Oh, it's about overall record.
Overall record.
14-3. 14-3. That's me. I just think that's it. Like I think they make up for what they did because you think of the 3 games, right?
Yep.
It got to be you want to give a possibility of a division game. There's always an any given Sunday game. I don't care how good you are. The Eagles beat the Niners 40-8 in '95, and that was the Super Bowl team with Sanders. So you got an any given Sunday, and then you want to give two any given Sunday. I'm just trying to be fair. Like I can go ahead and say, man, they got the type of offense that's going to scorch any defense, right? And then you're looking at the defense. It's like you got to be proven. But at the same time, I believe this defense, and they have never missed the playoffs since Nick Sirianni has been here. So what am I supposed to say? They've made a Super Bowl, but you got to be fair because people are going to lose. And I think 3 games, two any given Sunday, and maybe a division game. I don't think it'll be Dallas. Think
What about you,
Washington might.
Alex?
I know I said 15-2, but I guess to be realistic, I think it's going to be what Leader said, 14-3. I just feel like uh, they'll probably lose at least 2 to 3 games. I'm not sure. As of now, it's hard to say,
First one,
but
I mean, because they got a team, they got that type of team this year. But you just want to be, realistic on the part of because you get some when them losses happen. Then what? 2022. I mean, we didn't expect. Listen, then we didn't expect to win the Super Bowl. I don't care. I didn't think they was going to lose a game. You couldn't. The way they was beating people up and getting almost they got 70 sacks, didn't they? I mean, you couldn't. You got to go back in history. They got to be the most disappointing Super Bowl team of all time. Not just the Eagles. That team was stacked, talented. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. People was. I mean, so I dig you on your record. I mean, no doubt, but I dig you. I'm just saying, but I respect the 15-2. I'm just not brave enough to. I think I'm like, man, I know, man. We just gonna be couple of games where I'm gonna be like, oh, they should have won. You know what I'm saying? Then it's always some type of division person that get a lucky break, and get a win against you or something. I don't think it's Dallas. Dallas ain't got no running. Royce
Right.
Freeman and Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm sorry. I'm not scared. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
And I got 14-3. Us losing to the Cowboys, us losing to the Bengals. It depends on Joe Burrow, but I'll say he plays and Jamar Chase is playing. So I got that loss, and I got the Ravens beating us. So I got 14-3. But I'm close to where you at, leader. I will give you. Yeah, I'm
Good
getting
picks,
close
man.
because it only depends for me. Yeah, because it only for me. If I'm sad again, I'm sorry. If it only depends on Joe Burrow's health and Lamar Jackson's health, because any given Sunday, and knock on wood. So if they're healthy, I got us losing. If they're not, knock on wood, and I really want them to. If they're not healthy, then we might have a chance. But I don't wish injuries on nobody, so I got us losing those 2 games. So that's my
Before
thing. So let's.
before we get to the Green Bay, I just want to say, listen, this is a team. It's always teams you look at because I thought the '95 Niners, but you look at it. See, this is a team that could touch. Think about undefeated. Don't predict it, but it
Right,
has that mold to it. Because look at the team. The only thing you need answers on is how good this defense is.
right,
Are we pass rushing or are we defending? Notice this when we do another take of this, it's gonna be an episode. It's gonna
right.
be in the season. Be like, okay, remember I said, wait till that defense. When the defense start doing their thing, everybody gonna start predicting. Oh my God, this team is because everybody's not there yet. Everybody, analysts, they're not there yet. They're not. When this defense starts, winning games, they start pass rushing, they start seeing the talent. Then you're going to start seeing unanimous vote to beat Kansas City. But right now, that's the only reason. Because, then they want to talk about the relationship. with Nick
Right.
Sirianni. I was
Right.
like, yo,
Exactly.
Jahan Saban Barkley. Y'all talk about those. Like they're being professional. The staff is better than ever. Like off the field, in the locker room, it's just better. You can just see it. Like you can see that they're prepared to handle the questions. They're prepared to give you whatever. And uh, Jalen and Nick Sirianni answer questions like that. It's not. Don't even look. They more when they answer. They're more like, "What are you even asking this for?" But okay, I'm gonna answer it. Like that. That's what you get out there answer. Like
Yep.
they're ready to move on and get this and win. They're ready to move on. So I like this team, no doubt. I like. I respect every answer. Great answers. No question.
Right. So let's quickly get to this early. We'll give our predictions next week. So hold your predictions for next Tuesday. So let's give our early thoughts on the Green Bay Packers. Now that everybody got their 53-man roster ready, we'll start with you, Alex. What's your early thoughts on the Packers? And remember, we'll give our predictions next week as we preview it. So, what's your early thoughts, Alex?
I'm really interested to see how Jordan Love does with this Eagles defense, and I feel like the Packers don't have that much offensive uh, talent than what the Eagles do, and I'm just really I can't wait to see how well Jordan Love uh, makes his throws and how accurate the offensive playmaking for Green Bay will be. But I don't see Green Bay beating the Eagles at any point. But I I'm just really anxious to see both the offense and defensive side of Green Bay, and I know that they'll, they'll definitely make it interesting for sure. But the Eagles are too talented to not get uh, the L, especially against Green Bay.
Right. And leader, what's your thoughts on Green Bay?
I know it's the first game. I might be doing the same too much. This is a test right now. Right now, they got to come out the gate. If they want to send this message, I'm not saying if they lose this game, the season's over, they won't. But if you want to tell people who you are and who you say you are, this is the best way to send a message that you are the team to beat. Green Bay is this up and coming team, impressive. Jordan Love, they just got Josh Jacobs, so they got a running back. So they want to put their stamp down too. They kind of the team that Eagles is there now. Eagles are actually one of those teams they talk about now every year for the Super Bowl now. They have become that team, like KC, like Buffalo, but Miami's getting there because of Tua and all that. But man, listen, come out, win. They win this game, they prove a lot. If they come out and blow out, like I said, remember I said blowout. I
Hello.
want to blow. That's it. Not only because I want to blow out, because I would want that. I don't care what team you got. I don't care if Rodney Pete was your quarterback. I remember that year. Oh my God, 21 interceptions, 14 touchdowns. But we won it. Ray Rose won the division. But back to I'm just saying I would want that but this team has the team to do it.
Yep.
They have the team to do it, man. Like this isn't no like okay. I'm not a Dallas fan. I'm a Philly fan. Okay, so I'm not delusional. So I'm letting you know this team is. And then I was saying that, but remember, cool, because I was saying that before Jahan Dotson.
Yep.
Now we got Jahan.
Mm.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes, it will.
He can throw. Not only can he throw to them three receivers, right? Remember what I said? Johnny Wilson is 6'7". So if you get 20 yards outside the red zone, you can make that call. He's a mismatch problem.
Right.
He could probably get 10 catches and 4 touchdowns in the game. Seriously, he probably won't even get, but he's 6'7". He's a mismatch problem. Then you're talking about Barkley and Gainwell and Shipley can all catch the ball. Barkley's an elite pass catcher. So we're not just talking about the 3 receivers. He can throw anywhere. So I think that's a blowout. I just ain't seen nothing that the Packers did this year besides get Jacobs, but that offense. Maybe who the Packers got on their defense? There's no one-on-one. One
Right.
through 3 receivers. There's no one-on-one. Dallas Goedert, you're not going one-on-one in there. Like Saquon Barkley, you're not. Who they got on this defense? How many defenders? What they got? 14 people on defense?
I think so. We'll talk about it more next week.
You know what I mean? Yeah. No, it's only 11 people on the offense. I'm just saying, but they got a rule where it's extra people. You know what I'm saying? But I got you. Got you.
Right. So yeah, I got us winning this game. We'll give our predictions next week though. So we'll give our predictions. Yeah, we'll give our predictions next week. So let's go ahead and give our final thoughts. Alex, I see you rocking a certain jersey. I believe you acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as a franchise quarterback. My guy, Alex! He did acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as a franchise quarterback, ladies and gentlemen.
Acknowledge me!
Hey, Alex, give your final thoughts, my guy.
Jalen freaking Hurts is phenomenal, and he's just going to do his thing once he touchdowns in Brazil, and he's going to have an unbelievable season.
Yep. Let's go to the leader. What's your final thoughts, leader?
Man, great roster. And y'all ready for multiple parties on Broad Street? Are y'all feeling me? Phillies, Eagles. Look how talented the Sixers is. That's still listen, man. We gotta be there. We gotta cook out or something.
Yep.
This is about to be good. This is about to be good. Like, just look at it. Like, the Eagles look ridiculous, right? But then you got the Phillies doing what they're doing. Because they're about to surge. Then the Sixers got a big 3. It's a real good time in Philadelphia sports. Very good time. And when Mitch Cove came to the Flyers, I'm sorry. Oh, my more Jimmy Boscal out there, Flyers analyst, man. Mitch Cove he's a generational talent. So it's going to be real fun in Philadelphia sports.
Exactly. And for me, y'all, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Listen, get ready for the season and do what Alex did. He acknowledged Jalen freaking Hurts as his franchise quarterback. Y'all do the same and start this next Thursday. What you gonna say, leader?
Oh no, I'm out, y'all. It's always good being here. Next episode, we do the talk about the Packers, talk about the Eagles, and man, it's Eagle team. It's gonna be fun. So I just can't wait to be Watson and Barkley a part of this offense.
Exactly. And with that being said, y'all, come get your Blitz take and fly, Eagles, fly.